Now we're looking at the hints and tips. It's very important always to break the rules. There are rules there, obviously, so the photo looks good, but try and break those rules without losing content of the product. Always remember to go and get different backgrounds, anything you can see, black backgrounds, the shiny perspex that we found, the mirrored perspex for reflecting to give a bounce, the gold card, which remember can be bent around a product to give a beautiful look, or that could be a great background. You could sit that down, put a product on top of the gold and skim across it. All these sort of things are available in art shops, and you can get many things like that. You can get these little G clamps from any hardware shop. Now these G clamps can hold all these things up for you like this, or you can use tapes, things like that. Now the angle that you take your photography at is very important. So always try and look at what's in magazines, see how they've shot the shot, and try and get the same different angles and practice that each time. Another great tip for when you're doing a bounce light, when we're using the mirror, if you haven't got a mirror, or you want something very small, you can either put an A4 sheet of paper over this and just cut out a strip if you want a strip of light going across a product. Otherwise, you can use CDs, just blank CDs. This one's got a blue finish. You can get silver finish, purple finishes, and these reflect the sunlight directly onto your products. Here we have another CD that's purple. And this purple will actually shine a nice purple light, and you can get them in multicolours. Buy a cheap pack of discs, costs you $20 or so, and you've got, all of a sudden, you've got a number of different coloured lights or mirrors coming onto your product. Every commercial photographer will need a portfolio, and you want to show a range of different products that you've shot, showing that you have the skill to do studio work, with beautiful lighting, outdoor work, natural light, studio light, reflecting mirrors onto things, showing different angles of how you can bring a product out. These are some products here that I found some challenges. We had to take some photos of some shoes here, and we had to get the lovely white look. They wanted to show the shine and the value of buying their particular shoes. So we had to use a very large softbox. Now, I could have used a sheet over a window for that, coming through the natural light coming through the window, but we chose to go with the softbox with the white background. Again here, we wanted to show the true colour of the leather. However, we didn't want much shine, so we had to dull the shine down. We had to turn the softbox right away from the shot so we could just get a little bit of shine on, showing the true colour of the leather, giving shadow detail, highlights, and the true diffuse value, which is the actual colour of the product. Here we had a product that was a little bit boring in itself, so we gave it to a girl in a nice uniform. Now we've cut the girl's head off just to show that she is a girl who does this type of work, a beauty therapist. But beauty therapists in this business keep changing, people come and go, so they didn't want to show the girl's head, but it looks a lovely, timeless photo. This was an interesting shot. I shot up at the Indy 300. The sunglasses, we put the sunglasses inside the box, and it was the box with the name that was really important. So the racing car had just come in, and I simply slipped the box for the sunglasses on top of the tyre, with the name of the car just out of focus, and that was a beautiful shot. This shot I took down at the beach. We put it just simply on a fence, and in the background it was dusk, about 5 o'clock in summer, and the product was beautifully lit, just with a flashlight on top of the camera, bounced sideways onto a bit of whiteboard, then coming in. Again, up at the Indy 300, I shot a tyre coming in. This was a set of tyres. We put the sunglasses on, and there's a synergy between the two products. We've got the sunglasses, which are driver's glasses, the tyres, which shows racing. We've got the dark tyre here, coming up to the light highlights. Nice soft lighting there. Another tip with commercial photography, a lot of it is taken out around the streets and a lot of it has a person involved. Now, when you're on the road, it's a great idea to have one bag set aside with some black material. And this black material can be used as a change room with a couple of clips. You can have if you've got a Tarago, some sort of van, open the back of the van up and use the clips and put this nice black material right around in a circle so the people can get changed, because sometimes there's 2 or 3 changes in a shot of clothing to hold the products. Another great tip is have a great camera bag. They're built sturdy out of aluminium. You can actually sit on them, stand on them, and above all, they protect your gear and lay your gear out properly. In the bag that I use, I have a foam cutout for my camera with the lens, so it's set up ready to take. I can grab it out of the bag and start shooting straight away if there's something there that I see that the light's going quickly. I have a place for my flash. I have a place for my second lens. This second lens is my wide angle lens. I have a couple of, these are shades so we don't get any camera flare that fit on the end of the lens, especially when we're taking outside with the sun coming across. I keep a spare cable in case we're using a secondary flash. Always carry a spare set of batteries, 2 or 3 sets. I usually carry several sets. 3/4 of the commercial photographer's shoots end up being outside. On the streets, in funny places, you need waterproof stuff, you need to have protection for your equipment. So if it's thrown around, everything's foam padded and it won't get damaged. Also, you want to have insurance. Cover everything with insurance and have your own public liability insurance for product as well as people, any injury that you may cause anyone. With this particular bag, you can buy these at different manufacturers, but they come with foam and you mark out and you cut out what you want for the equipment that you've got. Now make sure that if you've got 3 pieces of equipment, don't just cut 3 holes out, put them over to one side, because as you buy more equipment, you'll need those extra spaces. Earlier we were talking about graduations of shadows. That's where we move the little ball far away and close, and what made a hard light and a soft light. In a large soft box like this, that's a soft, lovely light. This flash that comes with your camera is actually a hard little light, a lot smaller. So the light of that is concentrated down. Now, how do we get away from this problem? Is we install the flash onto the camera, and LumiQuest sell an attachment that's like a mini softbox. This folds out and goes with the double-sided Velcro onto your camera to produce another softbox for products when you're out. So now we have a very soft light, and often we can shoot up to the ceiling to give a nice all-over light for the product, or we can actually aim this right at the product and it's going to be a much softer light source than the hard little light that we had. And that's a LumiQuest. They're only about $80 for that, and a great addition to your workflow. Another great addition to your workflow bag is this little tiny flash. It's called a wide mini slave. It's just a simple thing like that, about $50 to purchase. Now, to soften that look, we can actually put a tissue with a rubber band over, which softens the look again. So it kills the light for each tissue, maybe about 1 f-stop.